Hiya Karen, lovely to meet up with you yesterday down on the bottom land and do a little bit of work on your bunker play. Let's just recap on the session that we had. We can see at the start of your session, your tendency, like a lot of people when they're in a bunker, is to get the weight too much on the right hand side. You can see there you've almost got 70% of your weight favouring that right side at setup. A lot of that happens because what people are trying to do is get some lift on this golf ball to get it out over the lip of the bunker. Unfortunately, what that makes is it makes it very difficult to hit the ground at the correct spot. Now remember, when we're in a bunker, we're trying to control the low point and we're trying to hit the ground just an inch or two behind the ball. You can tell the weight is a little add-on here. We want to get the club to work up and down. With the weight so much on the right, we're just brushing the sand there ever so slightly on the way back. So we've got to be careful with that. That can lead to penalty shots. Club goes back low. Comes in low. Weight never really gets into the left side. And we hit the ground too far behind the ball. You can see where the club's entered the sand in relation to the line that we've put on the screen for you and that we put in the bunker yesterday. If we hit too far behind the sand, depending on how far behind we hit, we either get too much sand and the ball stays in the bunker, as in this instance, or we get way too much sand and by the time the club exits, it's going to hit the ball and thin it into the lip or across the green. So the suggestions that I've made to you, first of all, is to get more weight on that left side. Now, this wouldn't work for everybody in a bunker, but it helps you control the low point of your swing. So we want that club, the low point of your swing, to be an inch or two behind your golf ball. There's also an element of too much wrist, but we can live with that if we get the weight on the left side. You can see now as you take the club back, you're not brushing the sand. Because the weight's more on the left, the club tends to work up quicker on the way back. Now as we come down, because it's come up quicker, it can come down quicker and it can enter the sand at the correct spot. You can see there that weight is anchored on that left side and gives you a focal point around which to swing. You can see moving down and through in the swing rather than this move we see here, which is very scoopy, and you can see the body stand up very quick in an attempt to prevent the club digging in the ground, but unfortunately it's too late. So all in all, a better action. When we look at you towards the end of your session, what we're seeing here is a sort of cross between the two. We're going to put a little bit more weight on the left side. You can see there now, I just put that square up for you again. We're now in a much better setup position than what we were seeing at the start of your session. Remember, it's the loft of the club and the quality of strike that is going to give us the lift that we're looking for here and the trajectory to get us out of the trap. Because the weight's a little bit more on the left hand side, the takeaway is not as low to the ground. Club comes up quicker, which is good. Not going to catch the sand on the way back and incur a penalty shot. Now as we come through, we've got to keep driving forward. We didn't quite do it on that one, so you can see the swing isn't quite as good as what we see in the middle. However, because the setup is more appropriate, we get away with a slightly faulty swing. So what we're trying to get long term, and I'm just going to run this back for you and let you watch it a few times. We want more of what we're seeing in the centre. Weight on the left, down and through. Weight on the left, down and continue through. No attempt to scoot the ball up. Good luck with it, enjoy your practice, and look forward to working with you again in the near future.